Boom, there's one right there, right in the top of that tree, just like we thought. Oh man, that is the way to get it going in a treetop. Hey, welcome back everybody, your Southwest Outdoors report today. Talking about catching game fish. They're out on offshore structure right now. And I want to mention to you, if I can keep the nose into the wind right here, that the piece of technology that helped me catch this fish and hopefully a bunch more of them is Structure Scan. It's made by Lowrance. It goes with the HDS system that I have networked throughout my boat. And I want to show you here what I did. I drove out in front of some docks. I found a big dead tree growing up off the bottom, and you can see it right here. All the trunk and the branches coming up, and most importantly, right in the top branches of this tree, a big ball of shad or minnows, and you can see them right there scattered right through the branches. And if you can find that, if you can find the offshore structure with the bait fish in the top of it, you're almost assured of catching bass, white bass, crappie like that one, even stripers. Not keeping them today, so away he goes. All right. We got it going out here. We'll scout around, see what else we can find, but in the meantime, here's Brian Hughes with your Lone Star Lakes.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Snag Proof. Now, our summer temperatures have finally cooled off just a little bit, and those nighttime temperatures will really help bring down our water temperatures across the state. But we're not done with summer yet. If you want a topwater bite, you're still gonna have to get out very early in the morning. On Canyon for bass, throw in the guts and pockets along the rocks with a Zara Spook or a Pop-R to start your day. Then you'll move out to the rock ledges with a 1-ounce spinnerbait or deep diving crankbait to catch your bass there. Now, we had a viewer request, Houston County. You'll also need to start very early with those topwaters. Try a buzzbait across the banks in the shallow water until that plays out. Then you'll need to move out deeper. You'll want to go out to main lake points with either a Carolina rig, a drop shot rig, or your deep diving crankbait. Go to main lake points, and the pump station is also putting out some nice bass. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by Snag Proof Lures. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, Texas Outdoors Journal brings you this week's report. For the very best monthly coastal and inland fishing information, plus year-round hunting tips, check out our award-winning magazine. Pick up a copy of TOJ at newsstands or subscribe securely at the website on the screen. Well, the long Labor Day weekend is the unofficial end of summer and beginning of fall. However, over the long weekend, we will still need to beat the crowds out for one last splash on the coast. If the winds allow, and if you have a boat, one of the best places to avoid crowds is the Upper Coast short rigs, or to fish the beachfront of one of the barrier islands that's only accessible by boat. On the Upper Coast, try the surf from Highland back towards Sabine. Mid-coast areas along Matagorda Peninsula and Island have been very productive. The same scenario occurs southward along the beachfront of St. Joe Island, the National Seashore on North Padre Island, and the surf on the upper end of South Padre Island. Use enough weight to deal with the current and make long casts toward the shore. On the Middle Coast, southward to north of Port Mansfield's East Cut, is some good red snapper fishing in state waters and the opportunity to fish weed lines and rigs for Dorado, Kingfish, and Ling. Now don't forget, the summer-long CCA Star Tournament ends Labor Day Monday at 5 p.m. This weekend, Saturday has a single tide schedule of 1 high and 1 low tide. This Sunday has a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
There's one. That's a good one. Oh, big crappie. Look at the size of that dude, will you? Here. There we go. Man, I tell you what, doing this can get you well in a hurry. You find them on the Structure Scan. The key is finding the bait fish that are right up above the brush, the trees. If you find that, I swear I could go in here on the top of this brush pile, stay right above it, fish vertically with a little crappie jig, and I could probably catch 50 of them out of that one treetop. You can do this at lakes all around our region. All right, we're putting them back today. Too bad though, because that would make some nice fillets. All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're getting to your Oklahoma fishing reports. Gary Dallahan is up next.
The Southwest Outdoors Report, powered by your Texas Chevy dealers, is brought to you by Nitro Performance Bass Boats. Fish your best in a Nitro. By Strand, the standard of dependability. By Costa Sunglasses, see what's out there. And by Motor Guide, never stop.